Okay, tomorrow is the eclipse. I've been talking about this and talking about this. It's about 24 hours away now, maybe more, 30 hours away. Anyway, it's in our sights. And I've been really struggling. Maybe other people have too. Pluto is aspected in this, Mercury, our mind. Somebody said that it was our unconscious. Pluto is often the unconscious, the hidden, the dark, our shadows, our traumas, our body traumas being exposed. And there's also with Venus and Neptune, and Jupiter and Mercury are like aspecting. And Mercury is the mind, Jupiter is like luck, benevolence, abundance, but we are aware of the unconscious. Every time I do these talking videos, the train comes through, legit, every fucking time. And that is my manifestation. I banked everything on it my last life. I actually killed myself on the train tracks. The last life, I was poor, I was an orphan girl, and I saw everything, and it's the easiest way to do it, but I did it with a friend, and I planned out this life. I wrote it all down in a notebook, so I see things in the future. I banked it all, and this eclipse, I'm feeling it, counting on it. There's a lot of things I want to talk about with it. Besides, I've been having exhaustion, body aches, kind of ancient, kind of survival traumas, which all women, I think, carry. Pregnancies when you're starving, legit starving. Pregnancies when you are in danger. From beatings or rapings, starving children. There's a lot of death through pregnancy. There's a lot of leaving your children behind to a world without you. And there's a lot of DNA, incarnational, karmic, held in the body trauma that women have, and men too, if they've been women in past lives. Men as well hold this kind of mitochondrial DNA trauma of just how hard it is to be a mother, and how hard it's always been to be a mother, to go through the pregnancy, to be in often close proximity to dangerous men who didn't look out for our well-being, and who would want to abuse and misuse the vulnerability of pregnancy, the increased caloric demands of being pregnant, how much you need to eat, and to withhold that, or use that rather than provide. And also nursing takes an enormous amount of calories. And when I was pregnant with my first child, and he's going to be 32 now, so this is going back 31 years. He was a very demanding baby. I had no family help. My husband worked very long hours, so I was home 12 hours a day alone with my son, and I had yet to make friends. There were a lot of moms on the block and other kids on the block. I had yet to establish friendships with other mothers and other children, which I did, and then I was less lonely. But there was a period, I'd say about 2 years, his first 2 years, where, and I nursed him that whole time. He didn't want to stop nursing, and we were very close, and I remember being starving, literally starving, because it was a lot to plan his day, take him out, parks, play dates, feed him well, clean the house, keep myself fed, and it took an enormous amount of calories. to nurse him. He was demanding. Oh, look at the sticks over there. They're finally renovating that house there. And like, you know, men think like just putting stuff in scooping up sticks with a truck and sticking it in a dumpster is like so hard. No, being starving and feeding a child with your body is hard. And so it's just these kind of primal. Yesterday I was so hungry at a certain period that I kind of was remembering this kind of primal, it's almost like you're starving. And I think in my whole life I've never been that hungry as I was then, when he was about 9 months old and still nursing a lot and very demanding. I was skinny as a rail, and it was hard for me to buy. I had to buy all my own food, of course, you know, because nobody was around. We couldn't get food deliveries. Like back then, you couldn't get food delivered. If you wanted food, I had to take him out to the store, you know, buy the food, prepare all the food. There was nobody to buy food for me, prepare food for me. So women are the providers and the protectors. And so these kind of primal traumas of starvation, of exhaustion, of death of a child, of death of the self, and how without the mother, the child is often in danger, and because there's nobody else to do that care. And so that was one of the things happening. And I realized that I had a weird incident. I was doing a video yesterday. My door was closed to my TV room, and the son that I'm talking about, he lives 5 minutes away from me now. It was a Monday, like he works from home Monday, but this has never happened before. I had the door closed to my TV room, but I had my loud music playing. It was a song from Almost Famous, Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters, and the Elton John song. And I was like, I had my like kind of a corset outfit on, a wig on, my music playing. I was getting ready to do my last video, and he fucking knocked on the door, and I was like, the startle, I was like, oh my fucking God. I said, I'm in here. And you know, I didn't open the door, and then afterwards I said, oh, you know, sorry, I was doing a workout routine, because he does not approve of, I don't know what he's seen of my videos or whatever. He does not approve. He's very private. He does not approve of my videos, my channels. I mean, my whole family doesn't. It's like I'm doing something very dangerous or like obscene to do my videos. But that shook me. I tried to say, oh, you know, I was just filming. I was just working out. Sorry, I had my music on. And he said, oh, no worries. He was just picking up his wife's laptop. We were doing baby shower stuff the day before, so he was just picking up her laptop and leaving. But anyway, it shook me to my core. It's almost like to be almost seen by him. It's real karmic trauma, you know, no accident. So that made me feel worse. But I realized that tomorrow on the Eclipse, we're going to go down and see our daughter. She's got this incredible apartment. She moved in with her boyfriend, and that's a love match, and very karmic. So we're going to go down to the city tomorrow and see her gorgeous apartment and go out to dinner, and I will look forward to that. And there's a synchronicity with somebody else seeing their daddy. I'm going to see my daughter and another daughter seeing their daddy. And please be on the Eclipse, and please talk about me, and please reveal everything. Another thing which has been coming up is the movie Almost Famous. And you know, Almost Famous, yeah, right there. I'm Almost Famous. The songs from it, Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters, Tiny Dancer. Everybody's in love with Kate Hudson as Penny Lane. She's freaking spectacular. But I rewatched it yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, that's Cameron Crowe was in Venice in that life. Cameron Crowe based Penny Lane on Donatella. You know, the blonde curls, but also like the sweetness and the vulnerability. But it was like, everybody loves a tragic blonde. You know, the whore with a heart of gold, and so kind. And you know, that was Donatella. And there were things about that movie which like when has overdosed through a depression, like just like focusing, fetishizing her feet, fetishizing her nakedness, like putting the tube down her throat to make her vomit, the way they were fetishizing like her feet, struggling with that. Like I was like, oh my fucking God, like that was Venice, that was me, and that was Donatella. Like I was forever getting stuff jammed down my throat and having to throw up or swallow, like a lot of throat trauma, and a lot of people kind of fetishizing the vulnerability of the sexualized woman and how she becomes vulnerable and fetishized. And so I was like, when I meditated on it, I'm like, this is another manifestation. I see them a lot of places, like a manifestation of Donatella. I'm not saying Cameron Crowe can read the records. I'm not saying Cameron Crowe is aware of Venice, but you know, Led Zeppelin's in the movie. It's a movie about, she's a groupie, and Led Zeppelin and the Beatles and the Stones, they were all their souls were in Venice. When it was Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant, I had an incredible, massive affair with him. Ditto Jimi Hendrix. John Lennon was my big love. So Mick Jagger was there as this like exotic dancer. He didn't really like me, he was gay, but anyway, it's the same players, all these stars, these rock stars, Jim Morrison, were in Venice, and so people are making iconic movies with this kind of blonde, tragic drama queen, but they're not referencing the source. Like, I know the source, and when I meditated on that, I'm like, and I just dreamed about it all night, over and over again, very confused dreams about Almost Famous. And here's the crazy thing, in the last scene where they're going to make, the Cameron Crowe guy makes the Rolling Stone article, it's going to be the cover of the Rolling Stone with Stillwater, that also on the cover it says the eclipse of the century. And I've seen the movie before, I never noticed that. So the eclipse, there's a fucking horn honking. Are you fucking kidding me? That's a synchronicity. So this is an extremely long video. It is so rambling. Fuck it, I'm calling it on the eclipse tomorrow. I'm calling it, I'm going to have a phenomenal day. I'm starting to feel the hope of the eclipse, and seeing our daughter and going out and celebrating, and that there's some other people, players, say good morning to the night, some players that are going to come on scene. And I didn't get it this wrong. I didn't take the biggest fucking gamble of my life, which is 9 years into the Donatella project. I'm not wrong.